This strategy is crazy. It had a 192,000% return. So is it too good to be true? Maybe, but you have all of the code so you can decide that for yourself. I will show you where to get all the code. This is the P&L curve. You can see that here. I've tested this with a ton of different ideas, and you can see all of the returns from all of those ideas here. Here's the original 192,000% return. It's a little crazy, but then you can see this was actually unoptimized as well. So you can see if you optimize it, it gets even crazier. And then I would recommend testing it on some different data sets. I'll make sure that all of this code is in the GitHub, so don't you worry. This is the actual code. You can see I tested on a ton of different data sets, out of sample, in sample, in sample, out of sample. To robustness test it, I'm still a little skeptical of it, of course. 192,000 is a little high, and it's just a moving average reversal. So it's a mean reversion strategy, but you can see it's using SMAs, it's using TALib. TALib is one of my favorite packages for Python in order to get any indicator, essentially. There is some skepticism around indicators. Of course, it's past data, but I use liquidations, I use order flow, and all of these ideas that I bring to you, I want to make sure that they're live on the GitHub first off. And second off, it's just an idea, right? So nothing that you find on YouTube or GitHub is going to be plug and play and make $1 million overnight. But what I can do is I can help you come up with ideas, dude, and give you the actual code so you can test them. You can see this is the optimized version, so it looks even better, but you don't want to heavily optimize, in my opinion. Anyways, you can see I have a commission of double the commission, because people always ask, are you accounting for slippage and commission? And that's a great question. I do account for, double the cost of commission, so double the cost of fees. Hopefully that helps a little bit with the slippage. You can see there's the optimization it went through here. I'll give you all this code. What I like to do is I like to print out the unoptimized first, because I feel like for me at least, I like seeing unoptimized back tests that do well. The optimization is nice, but in reality with math, you can search. If you search long enough, you'll find profitable strategies. So that's not necessarily a good thing, because profitability in the past does not guarantee profitability in the future. So while I'll give you all this code right now, you can actually go ahead and go to AI Agents Moondev on Google, just click star and fork. Let me make sure all of this code is up there. And I also have this 1,000-day data set here of Bitcoin data. So you can have that. So that's all here. This is actually 100 weeks, excuse me. So it's about 2 years of data. And I'll make sure all of this is up in the GitHub, and I'll add that right now. I believe code is the great equalizer. Git commit /m new backtest, git push. Beautiful. So I added that to the GitHub, and that is now accessible, so you can play around with it. Is it too good to be true? Probably. But now you'll be able to understand if it actually is. Go under quant here, and you can see the 2x MA reversal. You can see all of my notes up top. I tested a bunch of different data sets, and if you don't have these data sets, that's fine, because if you go back to the SRC here and you go to, let's see, scripts here, then down to Hyperliquid data, you can get some more data here. I made a video recently of that, but I do believe code's a great equalizer. That's why I share absolutely everything here on YouTube, on stream every single day. You get all this code. It's just one backtest out of hundreds, if not thousands of backtests that I've already tested. And you can see here, this is my other GitHub. This one's just for members. This is a private GitHub, so we won't even talk about that, but I want to make sure that this is live here. And the process I follow is this. Process of automating your trading starts with research of trading strategies. Then you backtest those strategies to see if they actually work in the past. If they work in the past, they're not guaranteed to work in the future, but they're much more likely. So for example, this is 192,000% return. That's a little too good to be true. But since it did show on multiple data sets, in sample and out of sample, that it did well, I might go ahead and test this with tiny size. tiny size, something that is not going to keep me up at night, something that I can just see, hey, does this actually work in the live market as well? Because that's the main question. So now you have all my code, you have this back test, you have a template for the rest of your life, that for whenever you have an idea, a trading strategy, whatever, you can now go ahead and just throw in this template to AI, say, Claude, hey, will you go ahead and back test this for me? Boom, 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 and boom, boom, boom. And she has a nice little template now, and you can go ahead and step on the gas forever. I also have a template here in this roadmap. This roadmap is 100% free. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I like to give out as much free stuff as possible because I believe code is the great equalizer. And I believe this industry is so much more fun when we're doing it together. So I do have a private members area for the boot camp. The boot camp is where I show you step by step on how to automate your trading. It's not for everybody though. You know, it's super inexpensive, but most people are not committed enough to this industry in order to jump into the boot camp. So don't even worry about that, as it's just for the top 1%. There is a link in the description, but today I really wanted to get you this back test and also point you towards where to get more data. So you have the hyperliquid data there, and then in the SRC, you have quant here, and you can see the exact back test with all of my notes here of the stats that they've had on other data sets, in sample, out of sample, all that good stuff. You can see I tried all these data sets, and yeah, it looks interesting. It's a very simple strategy. But the crazy thing is, dude, is sometimes the simplest strategies do the best. So I look forward to seeing what you find with this, and I'll see you soon.